Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope all is going well. Let me see, my drink can go there and it's still out of the way. So, skip server. Oh shoot. Pulling up my chat on my phone. Got my Diet Coke handy. If you guys want to know, no, I did not watch any of CHER's at all. Haven't seen anybody's live actually. Hey RJ. Well, that's a good thing to talk about. Hey Val, Connie, Pop Tart. So me and RJ are gonna start doing like weekly lives again. So this Friday is our first one at it's supposed to be 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm gonna be posting that here soon. Hey Gina. I also have to remember, let me send myself a reminder. I have to get somebody's package ready. Let me remind myself. Okay. Set an alarm for myself to remind myself to get a package ready here in a couple hours because somebody bought a couple molds off me and I was supposed to get it out today. I forgot. Brain dead. So, hey, Kawana, Echo, Robin, Amos. Hey, Amos. Oh man, I'm kind of tired. Oh, look at my nails. Look what I did, how I did my nails today. That's all. Oh yeah, game night. That's fun. I used to do that all the time. Anyways, I did these nails with just builder gel. Hey Rihanna and Country Girl. And this is builder gel beetles in the milky, like white type builder gel. So it had color already in it. Just used that in the forms to build the nail, and I made them round this time. So yeah, this isn't fake, like these aren't nail tips. This is actually all gel. And I'm thinking I like it better than doing nail tips. Like, I'm impressed in how well it actually turned out. And then you can also, I'm also like maybe tomorrow or a couple days, I can put foil on it, designs. Hey, Ava, Shirley. Oh, thank you, Shirley. I'm too honest for this. I feel the same way. That I'm too honest for this freaking app at times, it seems like. I didn't watch CHER's at all. I don't even know if she's still alive or what kind of, craziness. I've only heard. Yeah, that's why you have to, like, this, I'm not painting. These are just like, there's no way I could paint. Like, I have to, in order to do something like that, I have to do fake nails, like the tips, and then paint them first and then glue them on. Because I can't stay in the lines well enough, and it just does, it makes it look crappy. But with builder gel, it's a little bit easier to work with. And you can file it down and then put clear coat over it, and it looks like new. So, oh, you're a liar and you're going bald. Okay. What's this have to do? What am I lying about? I didn't even know I'm lying about my nails right now. Hey, Katie. I think it's funny, guys, that when people get caught in their bullshit, things have really backfired really bad on CHER. And instead of just apologizing and doing the right thing and, apologizing, giving refunds or whatever, instead she decides to fight it and pretend like she didn't do anything wrong still, and then instead focus on things that she feels like I've done wrong, as if that deletes the fact that she just scammed the community. I don't know in what world you guys live in where you think it's okay to scam a community. She thinks like she's under the belief, because it was me, that she was doing some kind of good or service to the community and trying to find out things that I've lied about. But she got a zero. She got that I was the same person behind the scenes as I am here. So she couldn't, come back to you guys with some kind of, jaw dropping info. Instead, she has to, pretend like, um, you know, like she's doing something good and that I deserve it because I'm this horrible person and she's karma. And I guess she gets to decide that, because why? I guess she's God now, too. Besides karma, I guess she's God, too. You should, if the only thing you can come up, I know, like, what the hell? So, do they think that stuff, like, actually bothers me? If I'm going bald, oh well, there's wigs. I'm going bald. I'll get a wig. I don't care. Seriously. The I think it's funny that people want to, that's how this type of stuff they bring up, like when they're backed in a corner. They're mad at me because I am honest. I'm sorry. Fred's probation. Hey Bella, Sharon, Ginger. I don't know. I think it's just really gross that somebody there that is bragging like it's a thing to be a badge of honor or something, that she scammed the community. Um, yes. She's like wearing it like a badge of honor, like she scam the community or something, and then she has people backing her because they don't like me. It's like, Sinead O'Connor. Well, it clearly shows she said the whole time that she was going to donate the money she brought in to go to, she was paying for the polygraph. She, and then it wasn't until after the fact she wanted to change the rules and say she's keeping 150 of it. And then she has people like, well, other certain ones trying to like rationalize it and be like, oh yeah, that's usually what she brings in, 100 150 a month. Like that was never ever discussed to begin with. Okay. Secondly, she's shown no appointment. We, how many times we had to prove on our, look on my wall. She absolutely did not have an appointment. She doesn't have any text message before September 25th. Okay. That was days ago, guys. Our appointment was supposed to be 2 days ago. If all she has is text messages from September 25th about, that's when she decided to tell us literally days before his appointment. Oh, you're going to have an ID. No way around it. That's when she finally decides to tell us, even though we told her since day one he didn't have, the situation that we have been dealing with. People have heard on here the issues we've had about, a while. But anyways, she knew about, but she waited to the last second to try to like hem us up. But still we tried to go get an ID, even though she waited to the last second. And instead of, I don't understand how I'm the bad guy when we were just trying to do something good that would hopefully clear up the drama. But instead, like, there was people in the background, CHER and Six Up in the background, purposely trying to sabotage it in the name of Summer Wells. And then they're trying to turn it around like it's a good thing and it's okay because it's me. That's not okay. I agree. She should just refund it. See, like, if I were her in that situation, first of all, I would have been apologizing. Okay. I wouldn't have been going on live and trying to think of everything. I mean, gosh, the stuff I could go on and on about CHER, right? CHER is instead, from what I'm hearing, coming up with stuff that's not true about me, exaggerated, calling me a scammer because of the credit card thing that was paid back. CHER, that's a loan. A scam is what you just did to the community when you took in money under false pretenses. Like that's a serious crime. Do you not understand that? Like there's no way around it. I think people should, including myself, I'm going to report to internet crimes. Like I'm not the one that has to worry about, getting in trouble. You are. So, I mean, you can point out every single thing you think and make up whatever you want to in the world, but I know the truth. Like most, you're sitting here trying to like confuse people and distract. Like it makes you look so bad. It's embarrassing. It truly is. Truly embarrassing. Yeah, we wanted to clear up the drama for both Andy and Fred. Check out Mama Bear's live tonight. Okay, I will later. I know she was trying to get us in there or whatever. But I just, at the time we were having dinner and I couldn't make it at the time. And plus, I'm just trying to ease I'm really honestly not wanting to even discuss this stuff. I mean, I feel like it's very, very easy to see. I don't think I have any reason to defend myself. Um, I've put out the proof on my wall of her trying to act like she's my best friend. Like people, I think, instead of like thinking, oh, it's okay because it's happened to Ziggy, you should think about the fact she used Summer Wells. That's what's really, really, really gross about it and just makes me like really upset. Oh, thank you, Samas. Share and six up bullying and attacking other adults for content. People like that have no business working in missing child cases. And then what? Then yeah, I mean, then go down to Ben Hill Road yourself. Like, dude, this person, she's like, you guys, dangerous. She is extremely, yeah, she is dangerous. Somebody said that to Ryan recently, and Ryan laughed. Like, Ryan, you are a newbie. You have not been around and seen what I've been through. Okay. I had a 2-year protective order ordered by a judge, granted by a judge for 2 years against that woman. Like, and she's still doing this stuff to me. It's not okay. She's highly dangerous. She's doing anything she can to try to, like, ruin our lives. Like, for no reason whatsoever. No, yeah, the polygraph retire. Yes, it's clear on my wall, guys. He clearly stated. I don't know how clearer he can get. He clearly stated on my in his text message that, and like I put out here, that no money, no appointment. All Cher asked him was his next available appointment. She never scheduled an appointment, because in order to schedule it, you have to have a deposit. He said that straight. It's straight up on my, I mean, I've showed it. Right, Patricia? It's like they've taken out, I mean, they did this purposely. They hoped for this. They hoped to cause a big chaos and everything, because they were purposely trying to deter. I don't think they wanted Fred or Andy to take one, honestly. I don't think they wanted the truth come out. They didn't want Fred to be vindicated in any way. They were worried that about what might come out about Andy. I feel like they were meaning to sabotage it from the beginning. I mean, she's admitted it. She admitted that she was sabotaging it from the beginning. I mean, I've seen screenshots of her literally saying that she knew from the beginning that she was going to be giving the money to Brandy. This is for Ryan. I saw your comment in Cher's chat. You said Ziggy was saying things to get to Cher to trigger her. If someone said boo to you, Ryan, you would go live in a heartbeat of rage. I did. I said things to trigger her. No. Ryan, you're trying to make excuses, and I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't behind this whole thing from the beginning. So you better hope that Cher doesn't tell on your possible involvement, allegedly, behind the scenes. I mean, nobody should have been encouraging that unless they were. You're trying. Why would you want to sabotage something like that? It's pretty odd that we have to pretty much beg to get a lie detector test, and people are like trying to sabotage it on purpose. Like, they should say a lot to people, and I don't even know how these people are even. I don't know. I don't understand how they're even able to, like, show themselves. Island Girl. That has nothing to do. Can you guys hide that person, please? I don't know why it's saying timeout. I want to hide her. That's just what I should do, right? I should just forget, share, scam the community, right? What's that have to do with anything? Share, scam the community. Like, you're changing it to completely something different, and asking us to do something illegal and go down to Tennessee when he's been a resident from Indiana for over a year, and then go get an ID, which is illegal, which we can't drive because don't have a valid license at the moment. So people are purposely trying to get us to go down there. Then they're trying to, who knows what else they're trying to do. You do know it's illegal to go to a different state and claim you're a resident when you live in a different state? You guys think we're stupid enough to do this or do something like that? And we've talked to his probation officer. No, Karen, can you guys just anybody like it's not back and forth. She scammed a community. She scammed the community. Anybody distracting from her scamming the community, you guys, it has nothing to do. She didn't even try to schedule a test, has nothing to do with the test. So please stop talking about a fucking test. She scammed the community out of hundreds of dollars. We need to stop going back to whatever. She scammed the community. I know. Look over here, not over there is basically what her live was. Didn't apologize or say she messed up. She did show her own messages saying it was an appointment was never scheduled. So, anyways, guys, yeah, there's no. It doesn't matter. She scanned. I mean, it should have never even got to this. She could have ask the guy to work with us or change the appointment because there's plenty of people here in our area who have been contacted and people my mods have contacted and asked and they said they would work with us with what we have. So why don't you schedule an appointment with a different one and we'll go to that one instead of telling us to travel down to Tennessee to get an ID when we could just schedule with somebody who will take our birth certificate and a printout of his ID. How about that? We're asked you to take what we have. So, so it's not, that would be the easiest thing to do. There's plenty of people who have reached out to polygraphers and they said they would work with us. So that's not like an issue. So stop trying to like send us down to freaking Tennessee. This life is about, Cher trying to distract and putting on something else. She literally scammed the community. What are you talking about? I plead the fifth. Yes, he's in Indiana. He can't go down to Tennessee and get a Tennessee ID. That is because you have to be a Tennessee resident to be getting a Tennessee ID. What don't people get? He's lived here for over a year. Oh yeah, I did grandma's cookies. Let's hear her one time. I did. Yeah, that's let's go ahead and just point out every single time thing you think I've done wrong that and make up shit because and take away from the fact that she just stole from the community and used Summer Wells to do it. Keep keeping blinders on, guys. No, how many times do I have to share this, guys? Please stop talking about his ID. Please. I'm going to block anybody who brings up what we need to do for his ID. This has nothing to do with his ID. How many times do I have to share and show on the wall where it says you have to bring your ID in to get a change of address at the USPS? We've already tried. They send you a paper and they tell you to take it in and bring your ID now. Guys, please. This has nothing to do about him getting ID. She scammed the community. She could have scheduled Andy's. She could have had him work with us with his birth certificate and something else. She didn't try. Yeah, I didn't say anything about Mark. Why would I talk about Mark? She went getting money from, well, then why did she schedule an appointment before she would have money? And I even told her, like, how did she plan on paying for this, you know? You guys, I've already contacted his probation officer. It has nothing to do about his ID anymore. Like, this should have nothing to do about his ID. Like, this is all about the fact that she used Summer Wells to scam the community. And that's what's freaking disgusting about it. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be doing show. I'll be live with RJ Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I know she was just looking for a way to blame us. I know, even though she didn't have the money the whole time, and she pretty much admitted that she didn't have the money and didn't get paid till the 21st and didn't have the money. It's like, dude, why didn't you just say that? We didn't have his ID. You could have gone. And then she tried to act like Andy's was going to be so expensive. She never tried at all. Like, at all. I'm like, why don't you try to call somebody in Kentucky? Like, he can get to Kentucky in less than 30 minutes. That would be probably, more fair. Maybe they won't know as much about the case there. Or Virginia, even. She didn't even try. She tried all the way in Knoxville, Tennessee, is it? And it was supposedly $1,500. But yet up here, Frez was 500. She didn't try whatsoever. Right, Ava? And then that's what we're going to be talking about too, is Summer Wells not like drama about CHER and her distractions or whatever. But we would, I mean, like I said, guys, contact a polygrapher around here. I heard that, Killer Looks was talking about have him contact one near us here, Shelbyville, Indiana, schedule it for us. See if they'll take his birth certificate and a printout of his the ID that's plastered everywhere now, and maybe our marriage license, and we'll be there. So, we're still down. He really, really wants to. And then maybe, hopefully soon we can still get his ID somehow. I feel like the only way is going to get a lawyer, but I don't even want to talk about this anymore, guys, about the stupid ID. Yeah, Amos, she said she only raised $5, which is crazy because Amos donated $100 by herself. Post all my screenshots on my channel as proof of what I did after her rejecting my refund request. Kawana, I don't know where you think you're at, but can you guys hide that person, because I don't know where you think you're at, but this is my channel, so you don't get to tell me what's a waste of time or when to move forward. You could do that on your channel, but here is for me. So I want a screenshot of her donating to Brandy. People just don't want to they just don't want to hold CHER accountable. That's all there is to it. The ones that are wanting to move on and, they don't want to hold CHER accountable, but yeah, was that before or after the 100, 150? She says just keep it for herself. I just wonder, were you guys, was this person, Kawana, was she in CHER's chat? Were you in CHER's chat telling her to move on when she's sitting there saying horrible things and lies about me? When I'm over here just saying, let's absolute truth, I'm not talking shit about her. I'm just saying she did scam the community. That's a fact. She's basically admitted it. She's admitted working behind the scenes. What is the problem? What did I fucking do wrong? Did you go over there in Cher's chat and tell her to move on? I mean, come on. People don't, when are people going to realize that I don't listen to what do as people tell me to do ever. That's people like no backbone having sheep like CHER. That's when you turn out to people be like CHER or like a Don Wells. No, thank you. You know, if hey Paula, if she wouldn't go on and call me this scammer and all this stuff, I wouldn't have to freaking go back at it, right? But yeah, I'm the bad guy because okay, I get it, Koana. Why? Because are you a buddy of CHER? You want to, that's what it is these people, they don't want to freaking hold CHER accountable, and they want to make excuses for her and just point out like everything they think I've done wrong, which is all freaking lies and exaggerations that she's saying. That should tell you something. Everybody knows about that credit card situation and how, and I've showed proof how many times it being paid back. She clearly was paid back within a few months. That's not a scam. That's a loan. I mean, I clearly have that whole situation recorded and put out there. Can't say the same thing about your transparency with this whole polygraph thing. Yeah, it was a setup. It was a setup, and they think it's funny, and and then there's people like Kawana, and stuff who want to so bad believe or so bad still want to like be cool with CHER or be able to hang out in her chats or whatever, or not. I'm sorry, guys, that you guys want to be blind to the truth. The truth is the truth. I know, hair curler. Darville when it comes to narcissistic people in the bullying game. Instead of just like, she just handled it so wrong, and then to sit there and make me the bad guy, it's just crazy to me. How do people not see through that? Like, she's going live to point out, from what it looks like from her title, is like all these, how I'm just like this horrible person and scammer or whatever, and everything I've done wrong. Like, why are you doing that? It's not my fault that you just scammed the community. What the fuck? So not only did you freaking pretend to be my friend, purposely set us up behind the scenes and sabotage this whole freaking lie detector. No, not only did you do that and scam the community, but now on top of that, you're gonna keep freaking attacking me when I wasn't even the one that fucking did you wrong. You're the one that did me wrong. Like, how fucked up is that? Dude, she's evil, like possessed by a demon or something. Seriously. It's backfired. I think it's already backfired. Yeah, it wasn't stolen, it was loaned, and the person was fine with it loaning it until the circle jerks got in her ear. Yeah. And then when she wasn't, she was paid back very, very soon after. So, I mean, like, she shouldn't even be saying anything. And it's crazy that people even bring that shit up. It's crazy to me. When CHER can't even refund $50 or, $500. Really, the $550 I know for a fact that she took in. And what's sick about it is that she's getting on here laughing and from what I hear, I didn't see her today, but from the way it sounds, laughing, joking, um, like just making a mockery and making more confusion and drama surrounding the Summer Wells case, and it's just disgusting. It truly, truly is. And it's sad that there's anybody like, of course, it's going to be like people like Curse with Curiosity. Why did I really want to know what I ever did to that woman. Like, seriously, like, she like, I mean, these people, their hatred for me is so extreme that they put their freaking whole, like, conscience aside and integrity aside just because they dislike me that much. Like, that's more important. These people are ruining their own lives because of their hate over me and Fred. Like, seriously, a lot of these people, like some of these people, who knows, like, how far they're going to take it. Is Six Up going to end up in jail? Like, is that the next thing? Is Cher going to end up in jail for frauding the community and stuff? Like, is that what it's going to take for these people? Until people start realizing this stuff's not okay. It doesn't matter who you are. And I promise you guys, I don't care if this was happening to like Six Up, I would even be sticking up for fucking Sticks Up. Like, what is right is right. And I'm just, you know, I'm not saying that I just always try to do the next right thing. Doesn't mean that I always do the right thing, and I don't. I've messed up many times, but I come on here, I apologize, and I try to make it right, and I move on. Okay, like I truly, truly do. Yeah, I scammed everybody in Quentin Simon case. I know. I shouldn't have. If I would have, I should have remembered that. I should have thought about that whole thing and like her putting that sign out in the yard. Just like, to me, that is so gross. I know she shouldn't have just brought Brandy into it. I mean, it is a nice thing to donate money to her and stuff to Brandy, and I'm sure she could use it or whatever. And it probably would be just best for Cher to just either, I think she should just refund the whole $550. That's what I know of for a fact. Um, Actually, it was more than that. Like, because people, I mean, 40% was taken out. So she's already, she didn't say that she was going to take out all the 40% and all that, but um, I understand. I mean, I didn't ever expect her. She acted like, oh, I'm going to take care of it, and I'm just like, dude, you're just. But the whole time she had people in her ear just encouraging her to do bad, it's just gross. And then she just got nothing out of it. Like, she got no info, nothing, like, except that story, that very private story about my daughter. That, and then, private stuff about my bills, like just stupid stuff, nothing to prove that I'm this liar like she wants to say I am, and I'm just this horrible person. Like, all she found out about me is that I'm the same person I am here. And she's mad like that. She has nothing. She thought she would find, get some kind of big juicy, some major tea on Fred and I, that the whole community would just forget about her scamming, you know, and that's extreme. That's what she was hoping for, but she's just so mad because now she's having to bring up shit that happened in the past that's not exaggerated, not even truths, like, because she has nothing, and no excuse. And she should have never, and now it puts Brandy in a bad position because, and of course she does that. Of course she wants to be like, oh, well, Ziggy doesn't want it to go. Why would I not want it to go to Brandy? That is really silly. My stomach's growling. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I had to eat a bite real quick. It is wrong. I mean, she wanted to get Fred first, but Ziggy does have friends that she she thought she would. It's funny because watching those readings that I post on my wall, the one lady was like saying, this Jezebel spirit, and it just made me think of Don Wells because he always referred to her as a Jezebel. Oh man. But it's weird that, I from the thumbnail it looked like she was like making fun of me doing tarot and stuff, but like she has a Ouija board right there and it's like, oh, tarot is so evil, but what about your Ouija? And you literally told me that she like told me she's like some kind of witch or something. Like, which makes sense. She seems like somebody would be into like black magic and evil stuff. Seriously. She even told me her, like certain ones in her family do spells and all that stuff, and that she has her daughters do spells on people. I remember her saying something like that, and I was like, and she'd always talk sexual too, guys. That's another weird, creepy thing. Um, she always talked like about sexual stuff. Like she was, it's almost like, so it's almost like she was trying to get me to talk like sexual stuff with her. She had me do freaking tarot readings for her. Like, what the hell? And I didn't even charge her. She does look evil. Sorry, she does. Hey, Jane. Well, they're like supposedly, I don't know. It's weird. She would, I mean, I guess she's had girlfriends and stuff like that, and they're like swingers or something. And it's almost like she would just say weird sexual things like she would talk about my looks a lot and tell me how beautiful I was and stuff. And I mean, I thought of her, she was probably trying to butter me up, but some things got a little bit creepy and sexual. Yeah, I think she was trying to get into my personal life and get me to open up about like, which I never did open up about my sex life to her or anything about that. So, oh yeah, she's no, she's not a pagan. She's something bad. Like she's a freaking, I don't know what they're called. Well, I think people were just wanting to ask simple questions, but instead, like she wants to talk about me. She doesn't want to talk about. She doesn't want to have any type of. That was the whole point of the whole thing, was supposed to be transparent. That was to avoid something like this. And I definitely, what makes me think the most is like that I should have known better was when that it's always like this for any type of like donation, especially when you team up with people. Like if you want to do something like that, like we should have done it just ourselves. You shouldn't ever involve anybody because it always like they're always come like, unfortunately, I've never seen a duo on here never, not go bad at some point. Um, seriously, these people on here are so They'll do anything for, and it's crazy. I mean, she didn't get any information on me. I don't know what she was trying to do. I mean, I do know what she was trying to do, but I was supposed to talk about Ziggy every day for hours, and I was supposed to watch it too. I mean, it's crazy. And then they are fill their minds with this horrible negative stuff about me that's not even true. Then you have people like Crystal, so I hear, was going around saying she wanted to unalive me. Like, what the hell? And then you have people like supporting that and encouraging this type of freaking, like, and let me tell you too, this comment about unaliving me too was a comment towards Six Up. Like, the biggest freaking stalker, like, ever. I mean, everybody knows, like, she's the biggest stalker, obsessed. And she says something, she says, she Crystal adds Six Up and says, I'm gonna unalive Ziggy if she doesn't stop stealing from me. What do you think Six Up said back? Do you think she tried to talk some sense into her? I don't understand how they have time to sing go on about somebody all day every day. Just, yeah, so I didn't even really want to talk about this, but I don't understand. I can't believe how somebody could lie to themselves. That she I mean, how can you be that delusional? The only thing I can think of is you've got to be on some kind of substances beyond. I mean, it's got to be more than THC, or there's got to be some major mental health issues there, because I think she does have some major mental health issues. And I'm not a doctor or anything, but I mean, if you've heard her background and all that stuff, she's got to have be kind of fucked up. And dude, obviously she hasn't handled that stuff, because like, she is out to get anybody and everybody. Yeah, she did say that. Chat. Oh, really? Cher's putting out the wrong Cash App for Brandy? What the hell? It's crazy. Wonder wonder why she went. Huh, whose Cash App is it? Dude, can you imagine if she made a. That would be crazy if somebody else was taking in the money that was meant for Brandy. Wow. Well, what's the correct one? Let me make sure that's really Purple Phoenix. Okay, it's really her. What's her correct Cash App? Okay. So there you guys go. And that is really Purple right there. And she would know, so there was Brandy Vaughn. It looks like the one with the one at the end. Is what's for real. No, they're just. Oh, it's okay. Fazahas. Faza. Oh, Faza. Um, no, we're just letting people know her correct Cash App just because I guess Cher has been putting out a wrong one. It's just good for people to know the correct one down the road. Is she really for? Yeah, I kind of felt like it was purposely sabotaged from the beginning. Yeah, I guess that she was sharing Brandy the wrong Cash App or something. I don't understand the point of that or why. I think it's weird because I think it's great though. Send the money to Brandy at least. What that's fine. That's great. But dude, hmm, PayPal's the same. Okay. Oh yeah. Let me. I did accidentally move the. Hey Courtney, thank you. Yeah, no, that doesn't bother me. I've always had thin. My hair's always thin. It doesn't. Shit does not bother me. There you go. So just go to Brady Vaughn's channel, and it's all on every one of her videos. Well, I don't know about everyone, but on her videos. So, hey Judy, and I hate to even I say this, but like she wasn't saying the nicest stuff about Brandy privately, and I know I don't even like to say that, but that's so it's kind of weird that that's what she chose. But I which I didn't understand that whole thing either. She always is on the wrong side of every story. Do you guys notice that? Like, why is she on the wrong side of every story? It's great that people want to put the money towards Brain, but some people feel betrayed. Yeah. I just, it kind of puts Brandy in an awkward position too. If I was Brandy, I'd kind of be annoyed because it puts her in a bad position, which I'm sure she could use the money, you know what I mean? But, and I'm sure she needs it. But at the same time, I'm sure it makes her feel like awkward that Cher kind of put her in that situation where I don't know. She should have. I don't know. It just was not handled correctly. She talked about Brandy like a dog in public. She said, yeah, I don't even want. I don't want to even go into what she said, but see, I never. She tried to. I don't know. She must have been trying to get me to talk about her or something because I remember her asking me about Michael Vaughn or something that case. I was like, I said I know the basics, I of that case, and I know it pretty well, but you know, I've always been mainly focused on Summer Wells because I never intended to be a YouTuber, like a true crime YouTuber or whatever. I just came on here to talk about the case, and it kind of like took off. And yeah, I don't think that I'll be ever covering Definitely not another child case. I just don't. I never planned on making this in a true crime channel. Anyone that confides this except for advice. Well, she knew what was up. It wasn't advice. She knew what was up from the beginning. I mean, she could share. I feel like CHER should put out everybody who tried to encourage her to scam the community in order to get information about Fred and myself. Um, yeah, I would put that. They're probably going to start eventually turning on each other and pointing fingers. Um, she's hoping that people forget, and on the 21st, she'll probably send like $100 and call it a day. When really, if she wants, like at the very least, she should be sending 400, and that's minus 150. That's the minimum I know for a fact that she brought in. So that's minus 150 she needs that she claims which was never agreed upon at the beginning, but of course added in, later on. A supermoon. How do you request a refund? Where'd you try to request a refund through? Pretty Sweet Pea. Yeah, and she's proud of it because she has people backing her and thinking it's okay, and making her think it's okay. When you've got a few hundred mentally crazy people that congregate, sorry, together, they kind of like encourage each other to do stupid things. I mean, look at the stuff that they're encouraging Crystal to do. She's got to the point she's talking about unaliving me over fake money she says I stole. Like, what the, come on. And people have to be encouraging that behavior. Yeah, and then that whole, I mean, that's, you guys, I can't believe it, but that's kind of like, I mean, when people do stuff in plain sight like that, it's kind of like desensitizing people. Like how she's coming out here and just straight up saying, "Oh, I'm keeping 150 of it for my weed and pills." It's like, I don't know. How do you report her? Well, I would report her. Well, there's something about there's a flag if you go to her channel, hit report, and go down to either, I would go to fraud. Right, Moonshine Girl? I don't know. They don't want. That's the whole reason why they wanted to sabotage the lie detector, because they don't want the truth to come out, because then it would make Fred look good, and or that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of Fred, and what kind of good drama is that? They can't continue their lies about him being this unalive or crazy maniac. Right, Mackenzie? It is. It's very wrong. Raised money for a wedding. She married. Nope. Fundraising fraud. Yeah, and then Cher's over there talking, like saying the most horrible stuff about me and Fred, and um, probably about my daughter, from what I hear, and just like for what, like what I didn't, I like I deserve, when she's the one that freaking screwed us over. It's like, wow, you are a really horrible person. So not only did you purposely like make friends with us and play nice and put on this whole act, the whole time you were like sabotaging it behind the scenes, but also now you want to even more so like stomp on us, kick us while we're down, I guess. I don't even though I don't feel like we're down. I feel like it just exposed herself. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, and it's not, and I think people should report it. And also, and if you go to ICC3 or IC3.gov, you can report internet crimes too there as well. If you want to report her taking in money, and then now she thinks it's a big freaking joke. It's not a joke, guys. I don't take. That's what I don't. If you want to freaking mess with our lives and stuff, don't use Summer Wells to do it. And that's crazy. That's how look how what extreme they had to go to try to get to mess with our lives. You know what I mean? They don't want the truth. I blasted on YouTube about my daughter. No, I didn't. Oh wait, hold on. I think Valerie accidentally hid. It is what it is. Hey, Diana. Yeah, why is she even mentioning my daughter? I never said anything about my daughter, never said anything about my bills, um, ever. So, it's crazy. Oh yeah, everybody join my little community. I just saw somebody tried. So every time I go live, I there's this Facebook Messenger community thing that you can join, and basically it's just a one-way chat. Only I can type in it, and let's see. I think it's under updates. Let's see, updates. Let me see if it posted. Yeah, right there. Nightbot just posted it right here. And that way you'll know every time something goes on. I try to post in there every time I'm live or anytime something, yeah, anything big, any updates. Unhide or fix what? Oh, I unhid. It is what it is. Oh, Val, you hid. It is what it is, but it's okay. I undid it. Yeah, I think Ryan's. I'm sorry, and I know, this is just my opinion. I think he was behind it the whole time, and he's just trying to. He didn't want Andy taking a polygraph. He didn't want Fred taking a polygraph either, in my opinion. I think it was. But that's just my opinion. I don't know that for a fact. I'm not going to sit here and say things as fact like he does, like, about Fred. She said she didn't understand why people were taking up for Ziggy. What the hell? It's not about taking up for me. It's about taking up for what's right. And it has nothing even to do with, she scammed the community. You don't even have to like me. Get mad at her for scamming the community. It doesn't even have to anything to, it doesn't even have anything to do with me. It's about Summer Wells. In fact, she used Summer Wells. What's that? Um, not your friends. Yeah, if you want to. I was gonna get it off here, but if you just want to come up for a little bit, you can. Let's see. I'm talking to Juniper. Yeah, she's the one that asked us about doing this polygraph and stuff. Like, it was her idea. Let me think how to send this to her. Do you know how to use Restream? Hold on, let me
Ow.
Restream. See if I can pull it on my phone here. Freaking wonky. I'm trying to log into my phone so I can get you the link. And it's weird. Okay, let me see here. Here we go. Okay. Juniper wanted to come up for a second and say something. Let's see. Tells you that if I feel something shouldn't be put out, and yeah, I didn't make and I sure should don't report hater channel stuff to her because she doesn't. Yeah, I don't need to know when. I don't need to see that stuff because unless it's like a danger to my life, like obviously, telling me that Crystal's saying that she's going to unlive me, I understand telling me that and sending me that, or serious stuff, that puts us in danger. Looks, but really, if it's just like silly stuff about talking about making fun of us and stuff like that, what good does that do telling us that? I mean, you know what I mean? Let's see.
I'm not sure if I did it.
You're there.
Hey, can you see me? I'm sorry, I'm sitting here in the dark because everybody's in bed. Um,
You're
yeah.
fine. You don't have to come off camera. I mean, we can kind of see you, but not really.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Ziggy. All this is happening to you, honey. You
Oh, it's
know,
okay. I mean,
no, it does bother me. I mean, you're my friend, and I've known you for a while now. I've talked to you for a while now, and I'll be honest with all of you guys. I have told Ziggy things that I have never told anyone on YouTube. Okay, Ziggy knows a lot about me, and you know, uh, in as being a creator, we do that. We tell things about each other when we get close to each other, and to me, I just feel like I like Share. I've always been subscribed to Share. I'm actually a member to Share. I have a membership to Share's channel.
yeah.
And always wanted the two of you to work it out, make up. Um, and I know none of us have a past that is great. All of us make mistakes. All of us do things that we're not so proud of. I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect, and neither is Cher. We all know Cher has a past. Okay.
Yeah, somebody just messaged me and said, let Ziggy know that Fred's mod. Well, Fred's mod. Backroads baptism and betrayal is sending hers and Fred's messages out to folks.
What does that mean?
Fred, I don't know. Fred's backroads baptism and betrayal is sending her and Fred's messages out to folks. Well, I don't think Fred's worried about his messages getting out.
No, let me just ask people this. Uh,
Mhm.
have you ever been to prison? Uh, I was arrested once, but I've never been to prison. Fred has been to prison. Do you know how hard it is to get out of prison
No,
and restart your
he
life?
actually hasn't been. He hasn't actually been to prison.
Well, he's been to jail, and he was there for a
Right,
while.
jail. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
did he
yeah.
not have a
Some months
medical?
ago.
Did he not get attacked in prison? I mean, he got attacked.
Yeah.
You think people
Mm-hmm.
can bounce back from that? Now, I'm close to you, and I've never really talked to Fred. I've never really talked to Fred, but I have shared things with you, and Fred has been privy to the things that I have shared with you. Okay. I really don't think Fred's involved. I really don't. I don't, I, I've made it clear.
I don't think most
I'm home.
people think. I honestly don't think most people think he's involved. I think
I
it's
really
just
don't
like
know
the
if
hate.
Andy's involved either. I think the whole thing is just, we really should be looking at the parents. They were the ones with her and Grandis. Like, honing on them. I mean, there are other people that I think are suspicious, but it all goes back to Don.
You know what I'm gonna
It's
say
like
about that?
all roads lead to
That's why.
Rome. All roads lead
That's
back to
why
Donnie.
we're going to get the lie detector about him being on the road because
Yeah, that was
that's
the
what
whole
the
point.
whole point of that thing is was to
Now,
try to clear that up.
if you've been to prison and you are trying to restart your life, you get out of jail or whatever. You've been stabbed in jail, right? You got a big scar on your chest. You just had some YouTuber go over and destroy your trailer. Not that it was like a spectacular trailer, and people are like, "Oh, well, it was a shithole." I don't care if it was a shithole. That does not give anyone the right to go over there and destroy it. Then you have his sister holding his paperwork, and then he moves to another state. Is anyone really not surprised that Fred didn't have an ID? I mean, like, is it shocking? I'm not shocked. The man has been trying to rebuild his life. It's really hard to rebuild your life when you've been through hell. Okay? He's trying to rebuild himself. He got sober. He went to a halfway house. He lived here. He lived there. He has family that haven't been very friendly to him, that aren't actually helping him when he's trying to get sober, when he was on drugs for years. It takes time, people. You don't just poof overnight and become this successful, license holder person. If you've been sick, if you've ever had to go through chemo or cancer, some people lose their license because of medical conditions. It is really hard to get your license back. I don't have a license. I have a state
Fred did
ID.
have to use her.
Right. But I'm just saying, people need to understand
That's my
it's
part
not
of the
that
reason why
easy.
he's on
It's still
disability.
not that easy. People need to understand whether like, oh, get your life together, he is trying to get his life together.
But still, that has
He's
nothing to
been
do with the
trying.
fact that she scammed the community. You know what I mean? Like, it has
He
nothing
didn't
to
scam
do
the
with the fact
community.
that she.
But they're making a big deal out of the fact that he didn't have a license. What is why are people so shocked? It is really hard to
I just
build your
don't.
life back. It's not
I
easy
mean,
to
that's
rebuild your
silly
life.
though. I mean, that's not even worth freaking addressing. You know what I mean? To me, I don't feel like
It's
that.
I
Like
and I
the whole.
understand where you're coming from. You're tired of it. You don't want to hear that anymore. But in reality, they need to step back and realize this man has been through
Yeah.
hell. This man has been through hell. Okay? People on
Yeah.
YouTube watched his trailer get torn to shreds for views. Now, I'm saying it's not a mansion. It wasn't anything spectacular. I don't live in a beautiful house either, but it's my house. I own it. And hell if I would want someone to come in here and freaking destroy it. Okay? So he has a sister that has not been helping him. She actually has his paperwork that could help him get his license, correct?
Oh, I
Is
don't know what she has.
could she
I don't
then
know.
how
I'm
come
sure
Six
she.
Up has his license? How come she had the expired
Oh,
license?
well, that was a copy. That was what we sent to Cher to ask her to send to the polygrapher and ask if we could use that as proof of
Right.
who he was. We were going to print that out. It was just a picture of his old
So
Tennessee
how did Six Up
ID
get
that
it?
was on
That's
his
where I'm
phone,
confused. How did she have
or old
access to it?
Tennessee paper ID. It was on his phone because we sent it to her so she could ask the polygrapher if he could use that. And she never used it. She never sent it to him. She never tried. We asked her
It's
to
messed
if
up.
we could
And
print that out and use his birth certificate and bring it in if that would be good enough.
right.
And she never did. Instead, she used it as a way to make us look like we, like,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
feel like you guys got set up. I honestly
yeah,
feel like it's a setup. And I
yeah.
can't I never thought Cher would do something like that, but at the same time I'm watching
She
this shit
admitted
unfold
it.
before my eyes.
She admitted it was a setup. She admitted that she'd been working with Six Up since me and her first started talking. And she tried to
So
pretend like she didn't know who Six Up was, or like that
that's
Six.
another thing with Six Up. And I don't want to make enemies on YouTube, but at this point I really don't give a shit. You are my friend. All right, I'm just going to be honest. You are my friend. You have done nothing ever wrong by me or hurt me in any way. What I don't understand about Six Up is how do you wake up every day and stand on someone else's shoulders to create content and to create a channel and rag on somebody every day, even if you hate that person? What kind of
I don't
person
know.
wakes up every day, looks in the mirror, and goes, "What's Ziggy doing today? Let me go ahead and just make fun of her all day long." Anyone who has to stand on someone else's shoulders to make themselves appear bigger and better have a mental illness. Okay?
I mean, she obviously has.
We watch
I
it
mean,
happen every day with politicians. When they degrade the other person so bad, and it's all they ever do is they degrade the other person to make themselves appear this better. And oh, I'm just pointing out all the stuff that they do wrong. No, you can't let it go and live your life and come up with other creative content,
hmm that
regardless
says
if
a lot. I mean, because she's not. I mean, she must not be confident enough in herself, or maybe she has low self-esteem and doesn't feel like she's, good enough to have any. So she has to. This is what she has to do for content. I mean, I've never
so you
seriously.
bully.
Like, I want to know.
People
I
who
don't.
bully every single day, if you wake up every single day and you decide, you get out of that bed and you put your feet on the floor every single day and you decide, today I'm going to be a bully, I'm just going to bully Ziggy, that's what I'm going to do, and get off on it, and feed the frenzy of hate. There is a frenzy of hate on YouTube and bullying that is absolutely ridiculous. It needs to stop. And with
It's
Cher,
okay with certain different. It's okay. Certain things are okay with certain people, but not, other people. It should be the same all around, which
it should be. It
it's
should be.
like, okay, it's okay to bully Ziggy and Fred, but it's not, these
Don't
other
bully
people.
Andy. Don't bully,
Yeah.
don't bully Jody Sue Brown. Don't bully. It's we really have to be careful all the way around. But every single day, that is what her content is.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day.
I know.
That's what
I
she
need a
wakes up,
lawyer. I
she
need
puts
a
her feet on
lawyer
the
to go
floor,
against
and that's what
her.
she's
I
going
need
to
a
do.
lawyer. I need a lawyer to get his IDs. I need a lawyer to go against her. I need a lawyer to deal with all these freaking people like that are
Just
purposely
move into
trying
it.
to mess with
Even
my
if you
life.
didn't have, even if you didn't live in a halfway house, even if you didn't have a YouTuber come over and completely destroy your trailer, even if you didn't have a sister that, wasn't helping you, or family that wasn't helping you, even if you just moved to another state, it is a
Not that she's
pain in
not
the
helping
ass
us
to go in and get your license. It
financially.
is not easy to do all this paperwork and exchange everything. And let's keep in mind, he is rebuilding his life. And I really think we need to be a little patient. We just need to have a little empathy. And honestly, I love Brandy. Okay, I support Brandy. I care about Brandy. I want Brandy. I you know, I want Brandy to have the money, but I think that Brandy is going to end up getting mixed up in all this drama, and people are under the impression that they gave that money to share. It mostly, let's be honest, it's mostly your subscribers that did a lot of the donations. Mostly your
Yeah.
subscribers gave money to share because of you, Ziggy, because of you and
Right.
Fred. Okay,
Yeah.
they gave that money because they care about you, and they were under the impression that it was supposed to pay for a test, a polygraph
Yeah.
test. Well, when that
Yeah. 'Cause
falls
they want
through, instead of Cher just saying, okay, let me put that money on hold, let's give Fred and Ziggy time to get this straightened out. Let's just wait and see. It wasn't
or
even a
let's do
wait and
anti
see.
polygraph.
It was just full-blown attack. Most people would be like, let me wait and see. Let me not go public with this. Let's just wait and see if Ziggy and Fred can figure this out, and then we can get this done at a
Well, there
later
was
date,
still
at a
Andy
later
too.
time.
It was supposed to be both of them. It was supposed to be Andy and Fred. It's the whole
People
thing.
were under the
Like
impression that it was
at
Andy
last
and
second
Fred.
wanted,
She took a poll.
and then
She took a poll, and like evidently 170 people voted for it. She took a poll on her channel with a bunch of people that hate you. That's not really
I know.
fair, is it? And then she said, oh, I'll just give the
Mhm.
money to Brandy. I'll take money. I'll take 150 for weed. I'll take 150 for, I don't know what else, whatever she wanted to take the money for, which is not her place to do so. It's not her place. She could have come up and said that from the very beginning. I plan to take a little off the top for myself, but she never said that. That was never even
Yeah.
mentioned, right? And then,
Right.
okay, she gives the money to Brandy. Why? Because a guilty person would give that money to Brandy. You want to know why? Because we all love Brandy. And Brandy is sweet. And she's like Sweden. She's like neutral. Okay? It's like saying, okay, yeah, I did wrong. Oh yeah, I fucked up here. But let me just go ahead and just donate it to who everyone loves. Because people won't get mad at that. People won't be begging for their refunds. And I already know 2 people who asked for a refund and didn't get it. So
Yeah.
you
She
know,
used Brandy. That's what was gross
not
about it.
only did she
And
use
she used
you
him
to
well.
manipulate you, now she's dragging Brandy in this. And I understand Brandy is sick. I understand Brandy needs the money. Believe me, if I had $1,000,000, Brandy would be one of the first people I would donate to. Okay, if I had $1,000,000, Brandy would be
Mhm.
on my list. But this money given to her under the impression that people were paying for a polygraph test for Fred and Andy, and then it's all this drama is around it. It's kind of like the money is drama. So why even drag Brandy into it? Why
Yep.
do that to her? She's sick, she's healing, she just had surgery. Why
Yeah.
pull a beautiful mother
Because
like that, who is
she's
grieving,
selfish.
who's not like
Because
Candace
you're
Wells?
selfish.
Brandy is actually a mother that gives a shit. Brandy is actually a mother that
She
gives a
knew it
shit.
would pull on people's heartstrings. That's why she did it.
Right.
Just like
Like
how
I
she
said, just like
knew I'm
giving that
sensitive and
money
I'm a
to
caring
Brandy is like
person.
giving it to Sweden. It's like giving the money to Sweden because
She knew
Brandy
she
is
could
neutral and
do.
we
I'm
all
a
love
forgiving
Brandy.
person too, and she knew she would be able to do that to me. And
Right.
just like
So
she
then
said, this
people
long
go, oh,
forgive
okay, well the money's going to
apology.
Brandy, so it's okay. It's okay, but it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, but not really, because that people donated under another impression. Now, if
Mhm.
Cher would have come on your channel and did the poll, right? Let's say Cher said, okay, well, I did the poll about asking if Andy should take the test, let me go on Ziggy's channel because Ziggy and Fred were all in this together. Let me go on Ziggy's channel and take the poll there, and let's see how what Ziggy's channel
No,
says,
no,
because you have a
from
big
the intent.
following too.
No, from the intention, from the beginning, it was intended for both of them to get a polygraph. There should have never
No,
been
I
a poll
know.
at the
I'm
end of
saying
it.
if she was being fair about the whole poll thing, because she's saying
Right,
I took
right,
a poll,
yeah.
so it's fair. I took a poll, it's fair. It wasn't fair, because if it was fair,
Yeah.
they would have done the poll on your channel too. That's my point.
Yeah.
If it was truly fair, considering that most of the donations
She had that
came from
set
your
up on purpose,
subscribers,
in my opinion.
came from your
She
people
had that
who
set
care
up.
about you and Fred and want the truth, right? Most of the donations came from you and Fred's following.
Yep. And
so the poll should have been neutral, but the poll wasn't neutral. It was just on her side with all the haters that hate you over there. That's not fair. Let's be fair.
yeah.
And regardless, there should never have been a poll in the first place.
You
You want to know
shouldn't
why there should never have been a poll? Because it was never promised that. It was Fred and Andy. I want to see Fred and Andy. It would be great if it was like pay-per-view. Dun, 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 Fred and Andy, take a polygraph. All the lights, like a wrestling match. Yeah. 2 polygraph things in the middle of a wrestling match. That would have been great. In my imagination, that's how I saw it. Finally, the truth comes out, right? I mean, you guys could have really, really blown this up. Seriously.
She would have really made a lot of money, in the money back, if she would have paid up front like she said she was going to for this polygraph. Like, that was the whole intention. It's like she was going to benefit the money, from the views when the results come and stuff, because think about how much money she would get on the views if she would got her money back. Plus, because people would have been so thankful for her to clearing Fred's name for putting out the proof, and people. So
clearing Fred and Andy's name. And it probably, honestly, I felt like the test would probably both show up inconclusive. Because they're both, one is saying that they were there, another person saying that they're not. It probably
not inconclusive.
Would come up.
You worked with law enforcement. There's nothing to be.
I don't know what it would come up as, but I don't know.
Right. I mean, it could. We don't know. Yeah. I mean, it could. Well,
we don't know what the results would have been.
And something could have came back. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know.
But I just thought, if we could, if in a perfect world, we would have had both of them take the test, and we would be able to, ask them the same certain questions about being on the road specifically, and we would be able to compare, and they should match, right, and not contradict.
Exactly.
If Andy says he's not on the road, then it should show him telling the truth. And then if Fred says Andy was on the road, it should show, I mean, obviously, if it says he's telling the truth, if it comes back that Fred's telling the truth and then it says Andy's telling the truth, then something's not right. It's contradiction.
Exactly.
So if they kind of, I thought it would be even more proof if we get both of them doing it.
Yeah.
But
I even
it is what it
years
is.
ago. I kept telling you guys to go to Nancy Grace. I said this years. I think I said this to you like a year ago. I said it would be great if you all could go to Nancy Grace, Jody Sue Brown, Chad Arnold, Fred, Andy Bernard. All the witnesses involved in on that road. They all could go to Nancy Grace and have her go on her show and have her do like a polygraph.
Like the attention type. Fred's very, very meek and kind of to himself. We were hoping to not have to do not do something huge like that. Like we could do.
I know,
it would have been him.
I mean, I even thought that would be a great show. I would definitely watch that. I would be very curious about that. But I do feel like you got a little manipulated from the get-go, and I'm really sorry that this is happening. And I'm sorry for Cher too. Maybe she just got mixed up in all this with the people who she associates with, and she got, oh yeah, let's get him. I don't know if she did that or not, but the fact she's like, get Fred and Ziggy. She made a video about that. Like, you have room to talk. How long did you together?
She just scammed the community. I'm not scamming for money like she is. She's the one putting out my personal business for views. She's using me. She's exploiting our lives.
Every time I've talked to you in the last, I don't know, because like I said, I've talked to her. She's either working on that other computer site that you do, or you're cooking. Every time I've talked to you off YouTube,
Yeah,
just us talking as
sure knows
friends,
I was
you're
doing that
either
too, but yeah, I don't have a job,
yeah,
right? I don't ever work. Yeah, of course, like, oh, get a
yeah.
job, Ziggy, right?
I would say the last
Why? Because it's not the
what
job that you
5
think I
months that
should
I've
have.
talked
I'm
to you.
sorry.
That's yeah. The last 5 months that I've called you out of the blue and been like, hey, what are you doing? Talking to you, you've been either working on that computer, doing the card thing with that other company, or you've been cooking. So I know you have food. I mean,
Yeah.
people, she
And
has food.
I posted a story proving it because she was saying the most ridiculous lies, like we didn't have food and we didn't have, or hot water and other
Yeah,
things. So I posted all the
yeah.
proof on that.
So,
It
and
was
they
just
said you didn't have
ridiculous.
gas or something. You have gas because the last 2 months that I've talked to you,
Yeah,
you were cooking on that stove,
we
so you
have
have
gas
gas.
now.
That's
We
kind of
had gas. We had our gas turned off for a short time because it was just for the heat and the stove, and it was leaking. So it was off for like a couple months, but no, it's on now.
yeah.
So we have to have it for
But you were
heat.
cooking. I thought
So
you said you were cooking on that other thing. You were still cooking
yeah,
on
we
that
have
other
also
thing.
we have a pressure cooker. We have
Mm-hmm.
a toaster oven. We have
Mm-hmm.
um
Yeah,
like
you make do.
the
You make
crock
do just like
pot.
everybody else does.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
make do.
It wasn't a big deal at all. That's usually how we cook
No.
anyways. And it was only for a short time, so but now
Yeah.
we do. I mean, it would
Right.
be pretty expensive to heat the whole place with electric, I think.
Yeah. Well,
If I got like all
we need to buy a stove, and the stoves I looked at are like $700 to $900. Well,
I was
we have
curious
we
about
have
trying to do that.
we have
I'm just
three
using like
burners. We have 3 burners that
yeah.
work on our stove, and I need to replace my stove. Does that make me a terrible person because one of my burners is not working? Stove, it's really expensive. It's going to get even more expensive. Everything's going to go up. Car insurance, groceries, everything is going to go up. Okay. So people are, pinching their pennies.
Yeah,
And,
she
and
was
the thing
trying
is
to
that we make do. We make do. We do the
try
best
to
that we
stay away
can
from
every day.
which I did have. We never were without hot water. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was trying,
Yeah.
that's another thing she was saying. I didn't have hot water. Like she
Yeah.
exaggerates everything.
She
It's
basically
crazy.
just
You
went
shouldn't
off
have
on
to
the
do
whole
that.
all the stuff that Six Up says about you all the time. You're a horrible
Yeah.
person. You're a horrible mother. You don't feed your child. You
Oh
don't
yeah.
do this. You don't do
You're
that. It's
coming from the
she
kids.
just regurgitated all the hate that she's been fed into her system. So she just regurgitated the whole thing back out, which is really sad because it seems like in chat, when she was in chat, we all were accepting of her. We all accepted her. We all were like, hey, let the water go under the bridge. Let bygones be bygones. I was so happy to see the two of you working together. I really was. And it's just a
I
big
really tried
disappointment.
too.
It's a big disappointment. And I feel bad for your subscribers because I know that they are the majority of the ones that donated. And like I said, it's nothing against Brandy. I love Brandy. If I had money, I would give it all to Brandy too. But it's kind of a dick move because what that is like giving the money to Sweden because Brandy is neutral and all of us love Brandy. And it's really not fair to Brandy. It really isn't. It's kind of like I got this money and yeah, it's kind of under false pretenses and there's some drama attached to this money. But here you go, Brandy. Here you go. It's like giving her a whole bunch of drama. But see, most of us are decent, and we're not going to be like, Brandy, that money was given under a false pretense, under a false lie. Okay, people aren't going to do that because we all love Brandy. Okay, we all want Brandy to be successful, and we want her to heal. Okay, that's not the point, but it is still hurtful that Brandy is kind of used in a way like this, that it's manipulated, and our heartstrings are pulled because it's going to take away from the fact that everyone was lied to and it wasn't really treated fair. It's not fair. And it's not fair to Brandy. But I want Brandy to have the money too, because I know she's struggling. I know she's going through it. But at the same time, there's still that little,
I'm sorry.
but that's not what
Brooke.
the money was for. Yeah, that's
Brooke, you
not
can go
what the money
elsewhere
was
if you
originally
don't
for.
feel. I'm sorry. Hold on. Brooke, you can go elsewhere if you really truly believe that because my whole life has been somewhere else. So you can go. I don't know why you're here then. So bye. You know, if that's all, I mean, I love killer looks, but that's
I like killer
ridiculous.
looks too. I love killer
Because
looks.
I'm calling out. I have to respond to the bullshit lies she's putting out. That it's not our fault what she freaking did. Like, we wanted to do it for something good. I'm pissed that she brought us in the middle of this. It's not fair that she brought us into the middle of this. She's the one that scammed under false pretenses. We were intending on, we did our part, and we're wanting to move forward with it. She did not. I don't know what you don't get. Like, how is that my fault, Brooke? If I'm so useless and not helpful at all and don't go hard for summer, then you don't need to be here listening to anything. Seriously,
This was
because
all
like
about summer.
how much
Really,
shit
all
I
of
go
this
through,
was
and
about summer.
my life gets stalked 24/7. And do you think that's just for fucking nothing? Oh yeah, I mean, why are people so worried about like what I'm saying, me and Fred are doing, and on constantly talking shit about us? Like, if we're so irrelevant, Brooke, go
Look,
elsewhere.
Fred has been through a hell of a situation, and it takes a person. Fred, I would not doubt it, Ziggy, if Fred has a little PTSD. I'm being completely honest with you.
Right.
I would
mean,
not be surprised if he is struggling with some stuff, and it's really hard to build yourself back up after what he's experienced. And I really think, as a community that deals with depression and deals with people trying to rebuild their lives, that we need to be a little patient. You know, we just really need to be a little patient and understanding that not everybody's going to function the way that you think they're supposed to
I
function
don't
when they've just been through hell.
understand. You don't think I need to be saying her make excuses or whatever. Fred's doing really well. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's
Yeah,
doing way
I
better
think Fred is.
than me.
I think Fred is
So
finally in
I
a
don't
safe
think there's
place,
anything to be patient about. Like, he's doing good. There's nothing to
but
be.
he's in a safe place.
I mean,
Ziggy,
these
he
people are
hasn't been
just
in a
like,
safe place.
they're
He
coming
hasn't
up.
been in
They're
a
coming.
healthy place for years.
They're
He's not
they're
been in a
coming.
safe place or a healthy place for years, and he's
He's
finally
been here for a
can be
year, you
normal.
know.
Yeah, and that's not really in the grand scheme of things. That's not that long, babe. It's not. I'm being honest with you because I've dealt with depression and I understand PTSD. I understand this stuff, okay? It takes a long time to function and be normal in society. It takes a long time.
Well,
He's been through
I feel like
hell.
he's doing really, really well, and that's the thing that people.
I know he's doing really well. He's doing
I
great.
mean, I don't.
But as a whole, we have to realize that this is the first time Fred has been in a safe place. Has it not? With you.
Let's see, it's cutting out.
This is the first time he's felt safe and that the world's not closing in on him. And, you know, that any moment, you know, he's going to want to use again or he's doing good, but he's still been through hell. And we have to, as a community, understand that it's going to take him time. And I was like, it's perfectly understandable why his the paper ID was expired.
No,
To me, I was like, oh well, that makes sense. Fred just has had a lot.
I don't understand why we keep talking about that. It's not about that. She scammed the community. Like, you know, that's it.
No, I know.
Collecting money under false pretenses, no matter what. Even somebody,
no matter what, everybody gave her.
One of my moms
thinking it was for Fred and Andy.
Contacted other polygraphers around this area, and they said that they would work with us. Why couldn't she contact those same polygraphers and, you know what I mean, and find a different one if that wasn't going to work with us? Like, she didn't try. That's the whole point. It has nothing. It doesn't matter about the ID at this point. Is what.
No, I know, but I'm trying to make people understand. You know, we got to be a little understanding with Fred's situation, okay? And he is rebuilding his life, and it's going to take more than a year, okay? And it made me angry that people were getting on him about it. It made me angry because, to me, holy shit, did not everyone just see if not so long ago somebody just destroy his whole little trailer that he was living? You know, regardless if it was a horrible place or a shithole or whatever they want to say it was, that was still his home. It was still his place. He had all his things there. And when he was locked up, he had no control over any of that. And the whole world got to
Yeah,
see it.
you don't go into
That was
anybody's
wrong.
place, no matter what.
It's not
You don't
anyone's
just go
place.
into anybody's place. Like
No.
you have to, if even if you're a relative, you have to have victim first. So yeah, I mean,
Yes.
but it is. It is what it is. I appreciate it.
I
CHER
know if
refunded
somebody came in here
$50
and tore apart
earlier.
my
I thought
house and threw my papers all around, it would take me probably a year to get my shit straight, to rebuild myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't live in a great place. I live in a tiny little 2-bedroom house. Okay. I'm not rolling in the dough here. It would take me a long time to rebuild my life if someone came in and did what Fred has had done to him. And if I served time in prison, I mean, in jail and don't have an ID, had to go to a probation officer, then I changed states and went to another probation officer, and then I got married. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a whirlwind. And I think we just need to be a little patient about that fact. That is a whirlwind of life-changing events. And he got sober. Let's not forget that. He got sober. I don't think Candace is sober, in my own personal opinion. I didn't see Candace in the chat talking about, oh yeah, let's let Fred and Andy take a poly. Candace or Don didn't come in and comment about it. Never saw them once in chat. That's what's really suspicious to me. We should be focusing on that. Where the hell was Don and Candace when we were collecting this money to find out the truth? When probably in reality, Don and Candace know the truth. In my own personal opinion, I know, that's my own personal opinion. I think we need to go back to the source. But whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to let you know, I love you. I'm sorry all this is happening to you. This is messed up, and it's going to get dragged out of control. And
okay. I'm used to it. Like seriously,
I know
it
you're
doesn't
used to
bother
it.
me.
It just
I don't
bothers. It
watch any
bothers
of it.
me. It bothers me. It does. It bothers me.
I can't watch it if it doesn't. If you know what I mean, I just can't. I just don't, because if it's not anything that's productive for me or to hear, then I mean, it's straight hate and negativity. Like when you start to listen to something and it's all just
bullying.
insults. You know what I mean? Right? What's the point of listening to that? You're not gonna grow from listening to that. People making fun of you. So what's the point? I'm not gonna listen. There's nothing productive in it. Anything that I need to hear, I'm sure that I have to hear, certain you guys would let me know if it's something really important. But besides that,
I try not to tell you when I hear stuff. I know it just upsets
yeah,
you, but
it doesn't want to hear it. I don't,
but I really try not to do that to you.
Unless it's necessary that I know it, I don't see the point, because I mean, what am I going to do about it? If there was something I could do about it, like people are thinking like, oh,
we can do.
Like I could just like take down 6Up's channel and stuff like that. It doesn't like just work like that. Like I wish it was that easy, guys.
Well, you'll probably never be able to. She does have the right to free speech. She has the right to do what she wants. But people need to realize that girl wakes up every single day and puts her feet on the floor and decides to bully somebody else's shoulders to make herself appear bigger and better. And look at me, look at me, look at me, look what I'm pointing out, look what I'm pointing out. And to me, it's
free speech.
So
I don't look at it as free speech.
I mean, I don't really hate people. I do dislike a couple of people, okay? But hell if I'd make a channel about them and go on and on and on and on and on about them. Now maybe I have another vending channel, but to me, I have a life. And maybe I might say, oh, that person pisses me off, and I might make a little quick video clip about it and say, oh, that pissed me off, blah, 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 blah. And then period. That's the end of it. But see, 6Up, she doesn't put a period at the end of that. She just keeps going and going. And that's when you have to kind of look back and go, okay, and you had a restraining order for 2 years from a judge, and you're still doing it? Something's not right here. You just kind of have to consider the source. Not that I'm perfect. I don't say I'm perfect either. I'm not perfect. But hell if I'd wake up every single day and be stalking a person just to make content about them. It just,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's just,
It's
and
not the
that
other.
is something for everyone to remember. If you
I don't even. I've never watched one of her whole live. I've never watched one of her videos ever. Like I don't watch her. I swear on everything I love.
If I was you,
I've never watched a video. I don't have any point. When I went to court against her, people clipped those for me because I just couldn't. I think she sounds like a demon. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what I did to her, but I obviously she. But I don't sit there and think about her like she thinks about me like that. It's weird.
That's her content.
It's really
every single day.
And she got really
she uploads
got
something practically every single day.
To try to get close to me, and that's just creepy and weird. And then she goes to Ben Hill Road to try to get close to me, and it's so freaking weird. It's dangerous. I feel like it's dangerous, and I don't think it's just free speech. I think it's harassment at this point because it's against TOS to go after it.
You probably
will target a certain person.
Get her channel it's going to be difficult for you to ever get her channel to be shut down. And honestly, that's what I'm saying. People need to start.
That's why I don't worry.
Ground yourself and become aware and listen for those key words. When you hear people doing the repetitive things over and over again, and they keep repeating the same things over and over again, and you realize that they're not growing, that they're still harping on the same things over and over again, and they have to stand on someone else's shoulders to make themselves feel better and feel bigger, then that's a problem. You're dealing with someone that has a mental illness, probably.
Well, that's what people say is I could scream her or I could strike her. It's not that easy, guys. It's not like, oh, I get to say you're struck and it works like that. It does not work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
You have to go watch the live. That's what I've told you guys a million times. If you guys want to help me out so I don't have to go listen to all that hate and negativity and affect my mental health, then you can, please get the timestamps for me when she's playing my live, and then also when in my live she's playing when it plays in mine, because I would have to go listen to all that, and then and then only for her to just like counter strike it and then try to say she gets there's this whole
it just feeds into her. It just feeds into the mania.
Yeah, I don't have. It's really a lot of trouble for hardly any type of benefit. She's always going to be there no matter what. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just it doesn't matter. It's not going to get rid of her.
Yeah. And so the truth is, if she could just do regular content and talk about the victims, realize when you hear the things being repetitive over and over again, and you realize that that's someone that's cowardly and they're not using
how do you do it? Well, I mean, I don't know how you do it. No, there's not a way to just be like, oh, she's streaming my content and be like, report you guys can report her while she's live, and that's I do it the same way you guys do it. You just hit report, like the flag or whatever. No, there's no way for me to like be like oh, she's streaming me. It's not allowed, but she does these things where she freaking either speeds me up or she plays other stuff on top of it, so it doesn't flag the system. So that's what she does. She'll play music in the background. She'll put like different things or speed me up, slow me down, different ways to try to keep from getting flagged. So, yeah, I wish it was that easy. If it was that easy, guys, I would have handled it a long time ago.
Yeah.
So,
you just keep your head up.
You're not allowed to do it. There is a way. There's a way. I mean, you can try, and sometimes it does take them down and stuff and report them. You have to get people to report them. So, and
all right, I'm gonna head off. That was just my 2 cents.
I wish there was something that you guys like.
Love you.
I wish there was.
Stay strong.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Stay strong. I love you to pieces. I'm praying that all this will just blow over. My heart goes out to Brandy. I love Brandy. And honestly, my heart goes out to Cher in a way too. I hope that she can see, like, this is kind of messed up. And some people feel like, you know, it's not fair. The poll wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. None of it was fair. And it could have been handled much differently, and it could have been handled better. And we didn't need to drag all the channels into it. We didn't need to do that. It could have been very private between the two of you, and you guys could have fixed it and said, hey, we're going to put the polygraph on hold. The two of you could have come together. We're going to put it on hold for just a little bit and get some things figured out. We would have understood that.
Unfortunately, she didn't do that. She
No,
from
I
like she
know.
said, she was working
A normal
Six Up and
person
others
would do
behind
that.
the scenes.
A normal person would do
Yeah.
that.
She didn't do it from the beginning. So I know I kept doing that in my head too. I kept making excuses for her, but then I kept remembering she was working with people behind the scenes the whole time. I keep trying to remind myself that because I keep making excuses for her too. But the whole time she was behind the scenes sabotaging it.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Hang in there, honey. All right.
so
I
much
love you.
for
I'll
coming.
talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Love everyone. Take care. Bye.
Okay. Is 6 Up on? I don't know who Tragedy Pimps is. She used to go by Taco Tuesday or whatever. But and as far as like yeah, if what you guys do, how people get their channels taken down, you report it. Or get the live shut down, report it. If you see them doing that, report it that they're you know, pick one of those choices that best matches it, and usually that's how people do it. Because when you're live, you can't strike a channel because you have to get timestamps. So I can't get timestamps of my live of when, you know what I mean? Like, unless my live's off. I don't know. Some of these people are masters at the striking thing. I'll tell you, 6 Up must have been a con her whole life because she's like a master of trying to avoid getting in trouble and staying out of trouble. So instead of using her time doing good, it's always like her time's like doing negativity and evil, and then using her energy to try to cover her tracks and cover her lies and do evil to, instead of just doing the right thing, it's always like, so. Yeah, and then most of the time when you try, like JPG, most of the time when you spend the time putting in the time, figuring out the timestamps and stuff and doing all that, most of the time they don't even, it doesn't even go through. And some people, I don't know, some people are really, she's somehow one of those people that have figured out she's just a scammer her whole life. You guys should watch Just the Receipts. Just the Receipts. I'm pretty sure it would be still up. She did a whole expose on 6 Up like crazy. I mean, her whole like record, all the mug shots, which were like 14, 15 of them. She's a felon. She has lost all her kids. There's tons and tons and tons on her her scamming on Reddit and stuff she was doing before YouTube. She would go on there and like that was one of the first things she did when she came to my chat was ask for stuff because I was, a reseller. But anyways, this isn't about her, and I don't even like to give her attention because I feel like in a way she gets off on that on me mentioning her because she's a creep like that. Like I really find her creepy. I do. I do think she's dangerous. I find her weird. But did you guys see my nails? Look at my nails today. So I was showing them earlier. This is with just builder gel. It's kind of bright though. I almost went live and did it with, but I didn't want Cher to think I was trying to take away her views from her, really important live. So Like I'm scared of people seeing her, all this crazy info she has on me. So this isn't even fake nails. Like my nails are usually like down to here, okay? I have like super short nails. So, and these are just made with nail forms and builder gel. I have that package I still have to get ready. Yeah, I don't know like why who Tragedy Pimps Exposed is. I was trying to, I wasn't doing to share like what she was doing to me, so I didn't ask her questions about certain people, like I was curious, but I didn't want to. I was trying to be a friend to her and I didn't want to put her on the spot, so I didn't ask her like, hey, who's, Trashy Pips Exposed, or I knew that she was trying to be cool with certain people still, and so, and I understood what she was trying to do, but the thing is, like, yeah, it was all, the whole thing was, she was playing me, the whole time, just like she said. It's like, and it would be different if she didn't collect money, but she took in money. She scammed the communities. That's what she doesn't get. Is like, did you not, how do you not understand that it wasn't just about me that you scammed? You think like Chasing was saying, that gotcha moment. You thought you got Ziggy or you got gotcha type thing, but no, you really got the community, you know? And old circle jerks. Yeah, they do make sparkly build gel, and some of it underneath it is. Okay. Yeah, she's got became, I mean, she thinks her claim to fame now is like, I mean, she thinks like she's cool now because she's buddies with circle jerks and six up. Like, these are like the worst people in the community. She's always on the wrong side of things, always, every single time, every single case. But yeah, these I kind of like drilled these down. I did have a sparkly builder gel on there, but I kind of, now I put on, I use this white milky builder gel to do this, and then just use a top coat on top of it. It took a little while to do. Definitely at least an hour. Definitely, I would say an hour and a half, because I had to drill off the old nail. You can't see what it is. Yeah, those are the ones you. Yeah. TP, you say you got played. No, you didn't. Everyone. TP, I got played. She didn't. She. Are you serious? She played the community. That's so crazy to me that people would be okay with that, and how gross these people are. That they're willing to lie to themselves and lie to everybody else, and be like, oh, you got played. Oh, it's not jokes on Ziggy. No, it's not jokes on community. You took in money. She didn't get any information on me. Nothing about what she got was any type of it. She didn't get anything. She didn't get any type of information on me like at all. Like a personal thing about my daughter that makes her just look like an asshole sharing, you know? Whoop-de-doo. Everything else you have on me is the same as who I am on here. You weren't able to get anything on me. And that's what she thought she was going to be able to do. It's like she was going to have this big, huge reveal and stuff and be, think everybody would forgive her for scamming the community because she had all this great, juicy info on Ziggy and Fred. Yeah. Yeah. So played me. She played herself, dude. She made herself look bad. She didn't make me look bad. I wasn't the one that scammed the community. There was no info she got out of me that is like, oh, I got you, Nope. How is it? Yeah, gotcha. What I mean? Like, really, she didn't get anything. Oh, thank you, Lammy. Yeah, I mean, the only way she played me is in that I trusted her more than I should have. I should have never danced with the devil. Like I really shoot, but like I showed on her messages that she tried to silence me and then say I was doxing her. It's like, why are you not wanting the truth shown? Seriously, you're worried about messages of what you said put up on my wall, but look at the stuff you said about me and Fred. It's like unreal. I mean, look at the stuff she was saying. It straight contradicts what she was telling everybody. The people that are defending her are all the ones that don't like me, and it's gross that they're putting their integrity to the side just to be able to because they don't like me or Fred. It's like, oh, I don't like Ziggy, so you know we're gonna. It's just gross. It really truly is. But anyways, I keep being amazed that she's able to even come on here and sit here and like come on here and talk shit about me and didn't come on here to apologize to anybody. Nope. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm tired. I'm seriously tired of talking about her. I don't know how these people talk about me all day, every day of their lives. Like I don't see. Like it makes me seriously feel gross. Like I get so bored. They're so boring. Am I just that interesting? I guess I should be flattered that they want to talk about me all the time, right? I mean, they should be giving me a cut of all that money they're making off me on all the lies they're telling. I seriously need a lawyer. I need a lawyer who wants to take my case pro bono against all these weirdos that seriously. And at the same time, get Fred's IDs. Get that all squared away. I mean, I'm tired of this shit. This is so freaking insane. These people harassing us. Yeah, those are really, really pretty. Those tables with the resin tops. Hate makes you famous. Superstar. Giselle! I might be going live and doing readings. I don't know. See me while you're reading? They do need a hobby. Like they sit there and make fun. All they do is sit there and make fun of me of like my life and my hobbies. It's like get your own freaking life and hobbies, and then you wouldn't have time to make fun of me. Well, Cher got scared about what Ernie would ask her. She didn't want to answer the questions about she said Mark and her family, her dad and family. That's what she told me. She said I signed up for this. They didn't. So she was a scaredy cat, and I would let Ernie Shell ask me freaking anything. I have nothing to hide. Seriously, nobody would care about. I mean, well, maybe they would if they cared about Cher. They probably would. So because obviously I'm much more interesting than she is because she's way more interested in my life than she is in her own life. So around, what do you mean he's a felon? Why would you want him around this? Around what? Our president's a felon. What do you mean? And around what? It wasn't, there's nothing, this isn't about Ernie. We're just talking about why somebody asked why Cher didn't go through with the live that she was supposed to do with Ernie. And I was just answering what I knew about that. Oh, is it not working, Link Pop? Shouldn't be on. Where'd you see the Link Pop? It shows my Link Pop link is off. I mean, at least the timer is. Where'd you see that at? Oh, I know, Tanya. That is crazy with Gatlinburg. I don't know, JPG. Only because they don't like me. That's the only reason. They don't like me. That is seriously the only reason. Their hate for me is greater than their love for Summer Wells and getting the truth. That's what I truly, truly believe. These people, like a lot of these people, are so hard on Fred because of me, um, because they do not like me. So automatically, they do not like Fred. So automatically, what he says is, oh, oh, he's wrong, and they're going to defend the opposite. I was going to post it on your about. Oh. Oh, in my about section. Okay. Yeah, I need to try to get that fixed. I actually like Link Pop. Oh, I think it doesn't work anymore because I don't have a. I think Link Pop, you only get that free if you have a website. I think I got that free. For some reason, I don't think it's free anymore. What happened in Gatlinburg? Like people were rioting and stuff. They had to close it down for some reason, and I don't. Yeah, I guess so, JPG. And there's exceptions as long as it's whatever the opposite of it, whatever Ziggy believes is what they are cool with, no matter what it. Screw their integrity, screw their values. That's all out the window. Right. It's all because they don't like me. Um, my pay links. I have my links. Let's see. Here's all my pay links is under the donate. I think it's this one. This is what you mean. Oh yeah, right here. Nightbot just did it. Because it put my Cash App, oh wait, hold on. I put my Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App there. It says please consider. Hold on. I agree too, JPG. I I would not be okay with this for anybody in this community. Sorry, sweet pea. The exception is Ziggy. Chase even called them out. So why does it matter what Ziggy does? It's nobody's business. Yeah. And then how they brought up my bills and stuff that nobody would freaking know about. And then she tried to shame me about stuff that nobody should have known about to begin with. These people are like hacking into my accounts. Like they even say, Cher was like going back to her, telling her things like, me putting internet in Fred's name and like weird shit, guys. It's so fucking creepy. That is like stalking. That is stalking. I mean, what is these people's end game? Especially with a 666. What is her end game? I mean, she acts like, seriously, she seems crazy enough like she would do something incredibly stupid. I mean, they're encouraging, God, I mean, Crystal seems to think it's okay to at Six Up and tell Six Up in a live that she was going to unalive me if I didn't stop stealing from her. I know so many people freaking warned me, they did from the beginning, and I really didn't want to. I really did not want to believe that. But very early on, guys, in my messages, I started questioning her. Very early on, red flags, especially the first red flag was her like sending me like 6 Up stuff, and I said, I don't know why you're sending me this shit. And she said something like, oh, I thought you guys were cool. I'm like, so that seemed extremely, that was a very big red flag to me, because I'm like, everybody, out of anybody, she should at least know that. Like, she tried to act like, oh, I haven't been watching you for years, and I just stopped leaving you alone, because I just started leaving you alone and just kind of focus on other things, because Mark and my kids started giving me a hard time about how hard we were on, or how hard I was on Fred. And my dad started, they had me sit down at an intervention basically and tell me I was giving Fred too much of a hard time, and just bunch of fucking bullshit. Siggy did nothing to her but get it. How did me even getting a dog from Tennessee even affect 666? Like, no, she's mad that I didn't take her with me and pay her way. Like, she didn't even offer to pay her way. Besides, I'm sorry. Like, I don't have to take 6 Up with me when I go places. Like, that's weird that she is that entitled and felt like she feels this entitled that she can just attack me for years on end, just for that simple one thing, because I didn't take her with me on a trip to Tennessee several years ago. Like, these people have this gone, just like CHER sitting there saying, oh, I'm your karma. It's like, these people have a God complex. They don't have bills in their name. I've asked them over and over. I've like 6 Up does not have bills in her name. She doesn't even have like a place. She lives in a driveway at her child's. Like, shouldn't she be? It's crazy. Like, she couldn't even take care of her kids, but now she has her kids taking care of her. It's like, wow, how much do you have to freaking mooch like off your children? It is a psychotic. It's disgusting. I want her to go away and leave me alone. And I want them all to just go away. I have no problem freaking not talking about either one of them ever again. I gladly I gladly would never talk about them again. No problem. It would not affect my life. Could they do the same? No, because their content is me 24/7. So, see how easy it is for me? I don't even have to it doesn't, they don't, are nothing to me. Right, Kristen? Right, I agree with Faza. Yeah, pretty sweet pea, for sure. I know, it's gross. She's almost bragging. She's almost bragging. She thinks it's wow. She put detergent in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did both.
Wow. I'll never watch her again. Have never seen 6 Up until this, and seeing her posted video titles. I know, like every single day, dude. It's crazy. Tour of your life. Tour of the town. Yeah, everybody play that. I really I have to pee really bad, but yeah, everybody should check out that Live by a Spotlight Torch. Or not live, but video on my wall. I appreciate you guys. You have your husband and your beautiful daughter. You have people who love you, and that is something more than I agree, Val. Absolutely. And I have like amazing supporters too, like the ones of you guys that, you know, and I know who I am. Well, thank you, Faza. I know who. Yeah, they wanted to get Freddie to go to Tennessee. I fully think that because they were trying to get us into some kind of trouble or get us wrapped up into some kind of F shit, you know? That's crazy though, Paula. It doesn't matter what I talk about, like, you know?
I'll be in Tennessee for court the 16th and 17th.
Where do I put these?
Just hang it up there. But yeah, I mean, hey, Fids. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. The ones that, I mean, that's all I can do is just still, you know, I would hope anybody that has a brain who's really been watching this, if you could just see the truth. So, I mean, the only ones that aren't seeing the truth are the ones that don't want to see it. You know, they don't want to believe it because they don't like me. And I guess that's more important to them than the truth, unfortunately. When it comes to Summer Wells, you know, it'd be different if she, you know, like got over on me somehow, like in a different way, but didn't use Summer Wells. Like it would have been different. It still would have been very, very, very horrible and gross. But I think people are missing the fact that she collected money under like the impression that it had to do with Summer Wells, you know. I don't understand how she would. I can't talk. I have to have her permission. It's like, but then she goes down to fucking Ben Hill Road. You know, like, are you fucking for real? And then becomes like Scissor Sisters with freaking Fred's sister. Like, I don't know. I think they're in some kind of weird like living together. She's probably living with Fred's sister. They're probably, I don't know. It's weird. This girl, she goes to Ben Hill Road to try to get close to me. Hangs out, becomes besties with Fred's sister to try to get close to me, and it seems like she's in some kind of weird relationship with her. Like, it's creepy, very, 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 very creepy. It makes me really uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, it's funny, but seriously, at the same time, it is scary too. At the same time, I do feel like she's dangerous. I've even told it people, like, if anything happens to me, it's this freaking girl, Six Up, that goes by Six Up Media. Her name's, you know, seriously, I'm not even lying. I've told people, like, in my life that if something happens to me, it was Six Up Media. And then I think it's funny how, you know, things happen in my life and my window gets busted out, which her ex-boyfriend told me it was her, by the way. And then when the police come out here and they ask me who I think did it, and I say, oh, this chick named that goes by Six Up Media, that's who I would, you know, I'm just the most horrible person for thinking it could be her. Oh no, of course. It's like, how do you get on me, give me shit for talking to Summer Wells case, and then you, I mean, like, so, you are so creepy, dude, going down to Ben Hill Road. Like, what was the point of that? You were so weird. Like, this whole time you've acted like so against, aw, thank you, Sammy. Thank you for being a member for 43 months. It's crazy. Going on 4 years. But seriously, how hypocritical is that? To sit there for years, go on how horrible I am for talking about Summer Wells, you know, and I'm just this horrible person, I get, for when I'm, okay. But yet she goes and does the same thing. She goes, what was the point of her going down the Ben Hill Road? What was the point of her meeting up with Fred Hill's sister? You weirdo. Like, it's so fucking creepy, dude. It's so weird. Seriously, it's creepy as fuck. If you really think about it, like, I mean, God, you are like a maniac, a psychopath. You find any more links to Kentucky that knew the Wells? Well, I mean, the Kelly, Don Wells' stepdad, Kelly, he has a lot of ties to Kentucky. Yeah, all I know is I never did anything to her to ever deserve. I mean, I never did anything to her. It's just excuse after excuse of why, you know, she rationalizes or rationalizing why it's acceptable for her to be obsessed about somebody for so long. Um, you know, and be okay with it in their mind. And I don't know, like, how somebody, I can't, I don't know what somebody tells themselves in their mind. It's like, does she truly make herself feel like she's doing something good? Yeah, I like blackout curtains too. It's cool, Shirley. I mean, we're used to it. For one, Fred's sister's always been his sister his whole life. She's always been, you know, a crappy person. So it's not like his first go around with his sister. She's been a jealous freak her whole life. And it's weird because her and 666 are like so much alike, it seems. And they're both, yeah, I don't know. Why does that washer sound like that? What did my daughter put in that washing machine? All right, guys. I have to go get a package ready that I promised somebody. They wanted to buy a couple molds. If anybody has, if I go, I don't know. It's midnight here, but I was thinking about going live and doing readings if anybody's wanting a reading because I'm needing to make some money, but maybe it's like midnight. I don't know. I hate how I get this sinus crap going on. All right, bless Mimi. All in a cult. Yeah, she kind of gives me that. I don't know. She seems kind of all these people. Bunch of them like seem like into dark magic and stuff like that. I know Fred's sister's into that stuff. What? All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you all later. And just, I mean, if you hear any bullshit lies, like, make sure you hear it for yourself before you believe, oh, Siggy said this, or Fred said that, or this or that, or this or that. Like, they're just making up stuff. Like, it's crazy and desperate.